Hi, and how are ya? This is Kelsey with Kelleezielke and Things, and this is Flosstube episode 9. Hi! It has been so long. I have actually filmed another video, and I have been trying to get it up for a whole week, and it's not working. I cannot get my footage to download into my program where I edit it. It's just not working. So hopefully I can get this one up. I'm just wondering if it was like bad footage or it got corrupted somehow. I have no idea. I'm not super techie. I'm techie enough to get by in life. So yeah, I'm sorry. I did not intend to be MIA. It's just, yeah, the way it is. So my last video was just going to be a bonus video. It was a chat with me while I organize my floss. And I'm kind of like processing with you like how I'm going to organize it because I wasn't quite sure. And so I finally figured out a pretty great system for me in that video. So hopefully I can get it up at some point. And it's just super chatty. I think it's like an hour, but you know what? If you like super chatty, then you'll like it. If not, then don't watch it. It's fine. So anyways, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get a video up. I need to get a video up. So this is an extremely impromptu whip parade. So I have all my whips here. I have 2 finishes, one fully finished and then one just finished. And yeah, and I'm just gonna show you kind of all my whips that I have. I'm not gonna show you everything I've ever done because they're spread out throughout the house and all over the place. And if you've been here the whole time, you've seen them all. So yeah, so let's just get into it. My first is my fully finished, and I'm sure you all know what it is. It's my fish. Let's see if I can not get a glare. So here's the fish. Really happy with how it turned out. Like, this frame literally just fits it. It's like just ever so off-centered. Like, it needs to be a little bit more this way, but I'm really happy with it. And I had this frame and I just thought it like worked perfectly with my outdoorsy, woodsy husband. So I will be able to wrap this. Another reason I wanted to do this whip parade so that I could show you this so I can wrap it because I need to wrap it. So I will be able to give it to him for Christmas. So that's really exciting. If you watched my first stitch along, I think it was, I was stitching on the Punker and Pinkin Halloween design, which I will show you at some point. I was also showing you these little motifs, I guess you could call them, that I was working on, and so I finished them. So this one was already finished. It's like a little snow globe, and I finished this one. This is the one I was working on in that video, or had shown you in that video. So I finished that one, and then I started and finished this one. This is like a little like patisserie. I don't know, I thought it was so cute. These are all a part of the design library in the Cross Stitcher magazine. So if you want to know where the issue of this one is, I can let you know down below, or just email me or comment and I can look it up. But it's one of the design libraries of the Cross Stitcher magazine. So I just thought it was so cute. It stitched up pretty quick. I think I did that in 2 days, 3 days? I think it was 3 days. My stitching time is just so limited now. I'm stitching like right before bed, and that's about it. Sometimes at nap time, but I just tend to have so much other things that I have to do. So don't get as much stitching in. So I probably could have done this even quicker. I'm just gonna show it to you again because I just think it's so cute. So this one for sure I thought I could turn into a needle minder. This seems a little bit big and this one seems a little bit big. So if you have any ideas, let me know what I could do with those. You know, I could just put them in like a little tiny frame, but I thought maybe you guys had some like unique ideas to do with those. So those are my 2 finishes. And now I'm gonna try and go from oldest WIP to newest WIP. So my oldest WIP, the first cross stitch I ever worked on, the barn. This I think I've only shown in my very first Flosstube, and I basically shared that this is what, you know, I found this in Country Living magazine. It's like the only magazine that I actually subscribe to and pay actual money. And I was like, you know what, that looks really fun. So I started doing it, and I quickly realized that it was really boring. And the funny thing is, like, now it gets interesting because I have to do doors and windows and pumpkins, and so I probably stopped at, like, you know, the most interesting part. But yeah, so I would like to finish this at some point, just because it was the first cross stitch I ever did, and I think it would be fun to say, like, this is the first cross stitch I ever did. I'm just not there yet. I'm just like not interested in doing this yet. I don't hate it, and I think it'll be really cute. It's like a pumpkin patch, whatever. But yeah, so Cross Stitcher magazine, I think it's I want to say it's like October 2017 issue, but I could be wrong. So maybe someday. This is a bag that I made. Actually, I think this is my first project bag I ever made. I love it. The only thing is, I do love the vinyl front bags now. I've just come to realize. So, like, every project bag after this is gonna be vinyl front, but I love the pattern. And then on the inside, it's got that gingham. And I had made a matching little floss thing, and it's like reverse. So on the inside of this is the little village. So there's that, and then this. Okay, let's take this out. Let's be a good whipper. Let's at least take it out of the top one. So this one is called Winter Sampler by, it's from the World of Cross Stitching magazine, and I thought it had the lady's name on it. I'll have it all down below, but here's a teeny tiny picture of what it will look like. It's like half a picture. I don't have the chart with me. I don't always print charts because it's a lot of ink and a lot of paper. Or like, not the, I print the chart, but I don't print the picture. So this is it. This is as far as I've gotten. So this is the school. My goal, I had those goals that I had made for November, and my goal was to finish the horse and buggy, that's here, to finish the school. So there's like stairs, and I have to write school, and there's a little clock face that I have to do, and this is a swing set here, and then I was going to do another fence, and that was going to be like good, and I just haven't really wanted to pick this up. This was probably, it goes my barn, then my fish was my very second pattern I ever did, and then I think it was this one, not including like the little haunted house and like the little smalls, but like legit big ones. I think this was my third one. And so I have just found, like, I still love this, and I will finish it, but I have just found so many more. I was just so new, and I was just stitching whatever I found. And again, this is adorable, and it's going to be so cute when it's done. but it's just not calling to me. So I put it in the Q-snap yesterday, which is why it's in the Q-snap. It has not been living in the Q-snap. I should probably take it out. Because I thought if I put it in my Q-snap, maybe I will do it. So far that has not happened. So let's just take it out. And let's take out my scissors. I can use those in another project. And yeah. And I actually made, normally I don't have any needle minders, like ones that are cute. I normally just use 2 magnets and they stick very well to my scissors. But here I took those 2 magnets and I just like covered them in fabric. And so they, you know, I can either have like floral or the little gingham. So that's probably like my only official needle minder. I just haven't, I don't know. I want one. I can't justify it right now. All right, let's put this back. Also, this was before I knew, I like laminated my pattern. If you've been here, I don't have Pattern Keeper because I don't have an Android device of any kind. Maybe someday, but I don't. And so I had found a really great Apple version called Markup RXP. I used it for probably a month and a half. It was great. And then all of a sudden I went in on it one day and it was like, okay, free trial's over. I had no idea I was even in a free trial. I did not start a free trial. There was no like prompts. It didn't ask for my credit card information, nothing. Like, it was very odd. So I had no idea it was a free trial. So if you guys looked that up and used that and haven't gotten to that point yet, I'm sorry to say that you'll probably get to that point where it's going to ask you for your credit card information and you can't even use it anymore. It's worthless. So that was a bummer. So I had this in Markup RXP, and now that I can't use it, I've laminated the pattern, so I need to probably just re-download the pattern, reprint the pattern, and just move on. Okay, so this is the one I did in my very first stitch along, and that video got copyright claims on it because I showed the pattern. Even though it's free to anyone, I still showed the pattern and I got a copyright infringement on that video. It's still up. They didn't care, but I'm assuming it was Pinker and Pumpkin did it. But it's like a little Halloween, I don't know if you'd call that a Quaker. It's got a bunch of stars and just all sorts of motifs. There's a moon and a ghost and yeah, all sorts of stuff. So this is where I had ended in October. So there's like, it's not much bigger. It's probably gonna end right here. There's a moon here and then a ghost, another star, a bat, a star, a crow, and then a cat. So there's not much more to do, but if you have not checked out, I think her name is Melissa's blog, Pinker and Pumpkin at Blogspot, I believe it is. Go check that out. It is so cute. She has tons and tons of freebies. The one I wanted to start, and now I just feel like it's too late because we're ending the Christmas season, is I collect Santa mugs, and she has a Santa mug little pattern, and it is adorable, and so I gotta remember it for next year. The rest of my WIPs are all in these Amazon bags that I was gifted by a couple of my subscribers, and I really like them. I love like curating the bag for your pattern and having it all match, but I'm like, you know what? These are just quick and easy. I can see, I can see what's in them. You know, if I made some more vinyl front bags, that'd be great, but anyways. Okay, These might not be perfect in order, to be honest, but all right. So I was talking to one of my subscribers on Instagram about this Santa. So this is a Lizzie Kate. It's called A Good Night Santa 04. So I was talking about this in my last video that I cut this off of a huge piece of fabric, which just like makes me so mad. I thought I calculated it perfectly, and then I must have somehow completely did it wrong. So there is barely enough room for Santa on here. I also started like way far down. Like this is probably a couple inches. I don't know. So I started too far down, and then I just cut off way too much. I don't know why. I have the on the pattern, it tells me exactly the size and the count. My count is a little bit bigger, so it calls for 28 count. I think this is 23 count or something. Like I keep counting it and I keep getting 23. I didn't know 23 was a count. I've heard like 24, 18, 36, but I didn't know 23. But I keep, you know, I measure an inch and I count, and I always get 23. So I'm thinking this is 23 count something. And so I thought I counted it out, but I didn't. So I won't have room for Into All a Good Night, and I might be able to fit, I don't know, I might be able to fit his feet. I might be able to finish Santa. And I think I could do like the mouse and the coffee cup and stuff. But what she had suggested, the person I was talking to, and I can't remember her name. Maybe I didn't even get her name. Anyways, she had suggested to maybe just do it up here. And I thought, okay, yes, that's a great idea. I'll do it all like in one line if I can, or maybe like Into All Good Night or something. Like I think I have enough room up here to do something like that. I'll have to reassess it because it is really cute, and she was like, you did so much stitching on it already, like you don't want to just like toss it out. And I agree. And I was so excited about this when I got this in the mail from one of my Australian subscribers. I was just so excited, and so I just started it right away, and I think I was too like, I don't know, too excited, and I just like, yeah, I'm taking all my needles out. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that, but I'm gonna remove my needles. All right, so that's that one. So maybe someday I'll be able to, I'm kind of over it. It seems to be happening. When I first joined Flosstube, I was like watching these Flosstubes, and all these people were like, yeah, I started it, and then I didn't like it, and I started something else, and I started this, and I started that, and you know, I'm seeing these people with like 30, 40 whips, and I'm just like, how is that possible? Like, how can these people do this? Well, it's easy. It's so easy because you start something, you get really excited about it, and then you find something that's even better or just different or exciting, and starting new cross stitches is its own addiction. Like, cross stitch is an addiction, but then starting new cross stitches, like, that's a whole other addiction. So I totally get it. Totally. All right, so this is my Ode to Autumn. It is just the most beautiful fall pattern I have ever seen. Love it, love it, love it. This is Cross Stitcher Magazine October 22 issue, and it's the front cover. So if you're looking for it, and I'm stitching this on 25 count Lugana steel blue. It calls for Zweigart Blue Spruce in 28 count, but I had a really hard time finding that. I searched high and low and I had a really hard time. So here is what I've done so far. And basically the only reason I did this was so that I could make sure it was gonna fit. I knew I had plenty of length, but this was really close. And this is what I ordered. I didn't realize it was so short. So, and it fits perfectly. It's a little hard on my Q-snap, but I'm gonna add some fabric, I think, and do that. So, if you are interested in doing a stitch along with me with the Ode to Autumn from the Cross Stitcher magazine, October 22, I'm gonna just go for it in January. I'm gonna start stitching it in January. I was hoping I would be able to share like my 2023 plans with you today, but I don't have them nailed down yet. I'm not sure what I want to do, but this is certainly one of them because I want to be able to have it for this fall. Fingers crossed. So I think that's totally doable. This isn't like full coverage or anything. It's a lot, but it's not full coverage. So if you are interested in doing this with me, kit it all up and get it ready to go. I'm not going to start like January 1st, but I'm going to start definitely in the new year. This will be not quite my new year, new start because I've already started it, but yeah. So if you want to do that with me, I'd love you to comment and let me know if you're going to do that. And yeah, it's going to be super informal. Yeah, I'm just going to go and I'll show you my progress, and I would love it if you showed me your progress. Email me, or if you have a Flosstube, tag me so that we can do a little stitch along very informally. Okay, it looks like I have a few more. All right, so this is my Christmas salve. And I say that like that because I always thought if I started a sew along, or a stitch along, I would finish it and I would do it. Excuse me. Every once in a while, a ghost or something in my house turns my lights off, makes them flicker. Okay, so I'm not disappointed because I know myself. So this was the Christmas stitch along. This was the very first. This is part 1. It was the house. It's a Christmas films stitch along, and so every window has a different Christmas movie. So this is what I did. This is how far I got. So we've got Grinch and Max in the little doorway. This is supposed to be Marley, the ghost of Marley, and Scrooge. He's in bed. This is his bedpost right here. So it's a bed and you see little feet, and then this is Marley as a ghost. And then we have the Santa Claus. He's just kind of standing with a snow globe. We had Nightmare Before Christmas, which was one I didn't really like. It was Jack Skellington and Sally, and they were like, it was just their shadows, and I really didn't like it. But an alternative kind of came out because of it. And so a few other people tweaked it, and so they made them in color, and it's definitely better. However, that's not my favorite movie, so Christmas movie, so I will probably leave that out. Then we had the Christmas Story, and we had 2 options for the Christmas Story. We had him coming down a staircase in his pink, pink nightmare bunny suit, and then we had just the leg lamp in the window, like with the glow around it. So I thought about I could do both of those, like in either one of these windows. I could do both because I love that movie. And then we had Elf, and he's sitting. It's the scene where he gets all upset. He finds out he's a human, and he runs into the bathroom and he sits on the toilet, like just sitting on top of the toilet. So that's what that one is, which is cute. And I do like Elf. So I would like to finish this, and then maybe, because I kind of need one more Christmas movie, possibly make my own design for Home Alone, because I was really disappointed that Home Alone was not on it. I thought that was kind of like a given Christmas movie, but maybe that's just me. So that is my Christmas sale, and that was with the Cross Frog, I believe. Yes, the Cross Frog. She is on Etsy and Instagram. And if you were a part of this sale, it was on a Facebook group, so you could kind of see other people's progress. You could see how people changed things. Some people colored in the house, like they did the color of their house. So one lady, she's like, I have a blue house. So she, you know, did a blue house. And I have a blue house, so I was like, oh, I like that. That's cute. All right, these two are like, I probably shouldn't even show you these. These are like so bad. They're just like little babies, but you know, we're showing it all. And my daughter just woke up, so I gotta hurry. Okay, so this is my design, my Christmas village. I can show the pattern because it's mine. All right, so here we go. This is my little Christmas village. We got a church, a toy store, a bakery, and a general store. And I'm almost done with it. So here it is. I'm actually not sure. Let me put the... I'm actually not sure if I want to put the border on it. It has like a border around it. I don't know if I really want to. I kind of just like it the way it is. So that was my... I was watching tons of Hallmark Christmas movies, and that was my inspiration for that. If you watched one of my videos, I had talked about how I had dyed some fabric, and I had dyed 2 swatches this size. One was for my, hold on, this guy. This is the hands-on design free Christmas stitch. It's on their Facebook page. I think it's called, it's berry something. I'm not sure. I'll have it down below. But I dyed it for this, and then I had an extra little piece left. And so I've just been kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with this piece. It's obviously got to be a small to be able to fit on this little, I don't know, it's probably like 4x4. So there's that. And then this other little thing I was going to show you. I got this at Goodwill this week, and it's just a bunch of beads. But I thought, you know what? You can never have too many beads. So all these gold beads, I thought these were great. They all have really big eyes. And then these are, I don't know, they're like crazy looking beads. They're like navy, and these are black. So, and these are each $4. These little tubes are $4. And this says $2.95. And I got all this for 49 cents. So, and I got this. Venus needles. So they are big eye beading needles. I'm not sure if I need these or will ever use these, but they came with it for 49 cents, so I said, why not? All right, 2 more. This was another Goodwill find, I think it's from Hobby Lobby. It's Designs for the Needle, Jumping Jacks. I just thought he was cute. They had 2 of these and 2 Santas. And of course, I just grabbed one. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I could have done this for like a giveaway. They're so cute. And I went back and they were gone. So anyways, this is super nostalgic to me because my grandparents had brought these jumping jack toys from Germany, and she always had them. She had like a chandelier, and she always had them hanging from the chandelier, and you pulled the string and their arms and legs did like jumping jacks. And so I saw that and I just thought, okay, that's really sweet. So this is my start. It's just the head. And actually the way you stitch it is you stitch everything separate. So the head, the arm, you know, you can kind of just go wherever you want, which is kind of nice for starting. You just kind of start at the top and go for it. But this has been my Christmas emergency stitch. So I keep this in my car. But it came fully kitted, which was nice. So I've got all the thread and how to put it together, the instructions and all that. So that was kind of a nice find. Alrighty, and then last but not least is my newest start. So after I finished my fish and my little smalls, which I always keep smalls going, I was like, all right, I need to start another small. And I had seen on TikTok, I've been on TikTok for a while, just like I get on every once in a while. I've made a few videos of my doll houses that are on there if you're interested, but yeah, like just, I'm not active on there. However, I love looking at cross stitch TikTok. I don't know if you guys have ever been on there and seen cross stitch stuff, but it's so much fun. They make videos where they're like sped up, or this one lady who I got this idea from, she is a framer. That's her job. I think her name is Leanne. I don't know her handle, but I will link it down below. But she did these little smalls, and then she framed them, and they were the most precious thing I've ever seen in my life. So I instantly got on Etsy and I bought them, which is not like me, because if you know me, I like to do free stuff. I like to, you know, not spend a lot of money. These were $2 a piece. And they are from Cross Stitch Mini on Instagram. This is the one I'm doing right now. So it's just like a little, I can't, let's see, does it say what this one is called? Young Dancers. So this is like a, the museum stitcher would know. Bridget would know. This is a actual painting. And they put it down into a teeny tiny cross stitch print. So I bought that one, and that's the one I'm working on now. Let's put this behind. So this is what I'm working on. Like, all my time is working on these little guys right now, because like I said, I don't have a ton of time, so when I do them. And then I also bought these two. This one is called Poppies. And this one is called Starry Night. So these were each $2. They were on sale. I don't know if they're still $2. I think originally they're $4 a piece. So very reasonable, and like the one I'm currently working on has like 16 colors, so it's not too bad. But those are what I'm going to be working on, and hopefully this is kind of a big hope, but my goal is to finish these 3 in December. I don't know. We'll see. Toddler life is really kicking my butt right now. She was supposed to be asleep for like another hour at least, and she's awake. So I need to go get her. But I'm just, I'm not finding a ton of time to stitch. Nap times are just, yeah, I think we're in some like nap time sleep regression because she really needs to go down to 1 nap, 1 nice long solid afternoon nap, but in the morning by like 8:30 she's just so ready to go to sleep that I just keep putting her down. So anyways, we're trying to find time to make these videos for you guys because I enjoy them. I wouldn't do them if I didn't, because it's not just for you guys, it's for me. It's a way that I get to talk and share what I love, and yeah. So anyways, hopefully we'll figure this out and nap times will get more regular and I can make videos. I'm thinking in the new year, I will probably go down to a video every other week. Every week is just really hard to film and then edit. It takes like 3 or 4 days, so it just kind of feels like I'm constantly filming and doing stuff for Flosstube when I just have a tiny human that needs like all my attention. So I think I will go down to every other week in the new year. But I still plan on doing at least 2 more videos this to finish out the year. I really, really wish I would have done Flossmas. Now that I know what it is, I didn't really watch Flossmas like when I started watching Flosstube, I didn't watch last year's Flossmas or anything. So people were talking about it and I was like, a video every day? No. But I've been following, the main one is Leanne? Yeah, Leanne from Small Town Stitches. And her videos are like 5 minutes. And I was like, I could have done that. Like it probably takes no editing. Just upload the video. I could have done that. And it would have been fun because I was stitching on all these smalls. So I had like a lot of progress because of how small it was. You could see the progress. So it would have been really fun. So if I'm still here next year, I will definitely do Flossmas next year. I think it's totally manageable to do like a 5-minute video, like no problem. So I've really been enjoying keeping up with Flossmas. And yeah, so I think that's all from me. I will come back with a Christmas giveaway video and a maybe like plans for the new year video. So we'll see. And then if I do any more finishing, I will share those with you as well. All right. I hope you guys enjoy this Christmas season, and I'll see you next time.